Is this any different in week 2? It's not the first time around as the starting quarterback during a practice week.
Yeah, I just like to keep it as similar as possible. This week will be a little bit, this week's going to be similar to last week and the sense of the reps I'm getting at practice. But other than that, just keeping everything the same.
Tyson, after watching the film, what did you like about what you did on Sunday, and what needs to get better?
I like how we operated as offense. I thought the O-line played extremely well. I thought the running backs ran hard. Receivers made plays when we needed them to. I think ball security in the pocket was definitely a highlight of something I need to be more aware of.
Can you walk us through the third down, that 15-yarder you hit to DJ down the home team sideline?
When I rolled out? 2-minute drill. We had a concept called, had a rush in the middle of the pocket, escaped right, and then saw Cole and then DJ on top of him, beating his guy, and I just led him to the sideline, try a nice high safe throw.
Flus mentioned, just when we were talking about the anticipation throws, that's one that really stood out to him. How do you go about practicing those? Like, it just seems like you were so on the money with that one, and did that feel like that to you?
Yeah, it felt good. It felt smooth. I thought DJ did a good job with separating and working the scramble drill, getting off of his route, and then getting in tune with me. And then, once again, just as a pro quarterback, got to be able to make that throw. So just more of a reaction and not necessarily thinking about it too much.
Are you anxious to throw the ball downfield more?
I'm excited to do whatever it is that I'm asked to do. That's really the extent of it. Whatever they want me to do, I'll do it to the best of my ability.
When you had time to reflect about Sunday, what did it mean to you?
Everything. Everybody knows coming from where I come from. Both, the division I came from, kind of how I grew up with, not a whole lot of football resources around me. So it felt good to be able to just have hard work be rewarded.
Are you looking forward to your story being told on national television?
I don't know. Looking forward to it. It's exciting and it's cool to see that a lot of people are getting to know me. So it is pretty cool in that sense.
Have you had a weird moment at all in the last couple of days? Or did you catch yourself on ESPN or hear somebody talk about you or anything? Was there any surreal moment that you lived through?
No, there was one last night. I was on the phone with a dude from Huntington, and he said he had done a bunch of research and that I was the first West Virginia born and raised quarterback to ever start in the NFL. So I thought that was like I was sitting back on my couch like, wow, that's pretty amazing.
I mean, you come from a place, just even like with Martinsburg. I mean, there's been athletes come through, like Kevin Pittsnagle went to your high school, but like to be, just knowing that the population of West Virginia, and it's a state that hasn't produced a lot of NFL quarterbacks, is that something that is just kind of wild to think about? Is it surreal? Like, what do you think when you hear stuff like that?
Yeah, for me, it's wild to think about. You just think about, how long the NFL has been, how long they've been playing in the NFL, how many people have gone through the NFL. So when you can still be the first to do something in this league that's been around so long and had so many people come through it, it's definitely an honor and something that's really crazy and wild to think about.
Tyson, the game plan that you executed against the Raiders, is that an illustration of who you are as a quarterback, or how much room is there for you to expand to be a different type of quarterback in the future?
I said it before. I don't really drop myself in any category of being pocket passer, dual threat. I just like to make plays for the team, and once again, whatever I'm asked to do from the coaches is what will get done and what will happen. So, no, I don't want to put any limits anywhere.
When you said that you had a cannon for an arm, we laughed as if it was facetious. Were you being facetious, or do you think you have a cannon for an arm?
Yeah, I think I have a strong arm. I'm confident to make any play that's called. That's probably the extent of it.
So arm strength shouldn't limit what Getsy or anyone can do with any game plan against any football, right?
No, like I said, I feel confident to do whatever is asked. So, whatever they call, I feel confident to be able to run the play effectively.
Tyson, you mentioned after the game the other night the throwback screen. What was most notable to you about the entire sequence and why it kind of clicked the way it did?
I think it was pretty picture perfect how the defense reacted, how our O-line and running back were able to get in sync Deontay's got to be able to catch the ball and make a go call all at the same time. And in order for that to be successful, the O-line's got to already be in place out there. I thought the timing was good. And then good blocking downfield and a great job finishing the run on the sideline as well.
What have you seen from the Chargers defense studying them?
Yeah, they got a good defense. They've got generational players and 52-3. So got to be aware of where they're at all times. And it's a team that we're going to have to be locked in again, and we're going to need all 11. So looking to have continue on the good days of practice in order to put our best foot forward on Sunday.
The risk of an obvious question, what makes Mac so good even now?
What makes Mac so good? Yeah, he's just versatile. He's good at everything. He's strong, stout, good pass rusher. So he's just not lacking, not lacking a whole lot in anything.
DJ was just in here and said that you guys have a good relationship and it dates back to him kind of joking around with you throughout training camp. How has he kind of had your back from when you first got here, and how has it developed till now?
Yeah, I feel like he's one of the best in the world. So I think incoming undrafted guy from D2, you could be a little not starstruck, but just kind of you realize when he's around, and just even how cool he was to just have casual conversation with me almost immediately, like in OTAs and the sauna and stuff like that. So just been a great guy. And then once Justin went down, he was just one of those dudes that just really had my back, loved me up to the media, and did all the things to make me feel good and confident. So I always appreciate that.
How much did you appreciate his appreciation of your tattoos? 'Cause you mentioned that.
Oh yeah. I think that was one of the first conversations we had. Just kind of in the sauna, first time, you see each other with no shirt on. But yeah, it's he's a cool dude. He's got cool tattoos too. So, but yeah, that's the extent of that. Yeah.
Tyson, the Chargers have given up more big passing plays, I think 25 yards more than any team in the league. But when they faced a rookie quarterback, they sacked him 7 times. How delicate is the balance to try and take advantage of what should be there, but also not put yourself in harm's way?
That's why the NFL's so hard. You got to know when to eat the play. You got to know when to take advantage of the play. You got to know when you can escape, and you got to know when you just got to throw it away or take a sack. So, once again, we're not trying to be careful in doing anything. We just want to play our game as effective and as in sync as we possibly can.
Tyson, are your emotions any different this week? Are you less nervous having gotten through the first one or anything like that?
Yeah, I'm the same. I have the same nerves every week since I've been playing football. Just usually I'm just nerved up throughout the week, unless we're in practice or until we get to the pregame. Anytime I'm on the field throughout the week, I don't feel it. But when you're in the room thinking about it, studying it, I am nerved up in those moments. But it stays pretty consistent no matter what.
What does that look like? What does nerved up look like?
I guess for me, it's not really anything that's visual. I guess you just, on my way home from the facility, I'm just kind of thinking about what I need to study tonight, and just kind of eager to get it done and learned, and my mind wrapped around it so I'm able to go the next day.
When you got together with Luke Getzey at the Senior Bowl and got kind of an introduction to him, did you know at that point, like, your personalities would be a really good fit in that room? And I guess if so, like, how does that reflect itself with your guys' working relationship?
Yeah, I wouldn't say I noticed it at the Senior Bowl just because this year it was a mixture of 16 different NFL teams, all scattered around. So I was more involved with Coach Izzy, that was at the Browns and now at the Cardinals, and Coach London, who's the OC with the Falcons. The head coaches at the Senior Bowl only kind of weighed in, at the end of practice and kind of brought everybody together. It wasn't until I didn't really start appreciating his personality and his IQ for the game until I got here to OTAs, because then, now we're on the same team and he's in every meeting and kind of get to know him in that sense. So it was probably when I got to OTAs, and it's only grown since.
Tyson, what makes it click between you? What do you appreciate about kind of his viewpoint of the game and the vision he had?
I'm a big advocate and a appreciator of hard work, and he works about as hard as I've ever seen anybody work. That is able to, it's just crazy how hard he's able to work, and the staff as a whole, how hard they're able to work, and then also go home and have families and children and stuff like that. So I know how important family is to me. So I can't imagine giving my time to a bunch of young adults if I had kids at the house. So I appreciate and value the time and that he puts in and how he's dialed in, ready to go. 24/7, 7 days a week. So I definitely value and appreciate that.